Yes, sir. Right. So we are having sir with his profound research work in blockchain, working with some industry projects and research papers. And we are delighted to have you, sir, with us. So over to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Once again.
Yeah, just a minute, sir.
Yes, it's fine now.
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Yes, sorry for the interrupt. Fine. Very good afternoon to all of us here. Okay. Myself, Dr. P. Arun, working as an assistant professor in Coimbatore Institute of Technology. I would like to give some basic idea about.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah, your voice is a bit low.
Technology and its application. Fine. Fine. Can I hear some?
Yes, sir. Still the voice is a bit low.
Yeah. Now it's fine.
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Fine. So. Fine. So the thing is, suppose we want to make communication between one mineral, sometimes unsecure way, and sometimes we are having full security way. We are that whatever communication we are is my screen because of one technology around here, that is maybe Zoom server. Okay, it's providing an information to share my sharing from one application to another one application. Okay, am I audible, right?
Sir, I think still there is some network issue.
Still there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's fine, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, see here, while we are sharing our information between each other through this particular presentation also done through one middleware software. Through that middleware software only, we are able to communicate with each other, which means one Zoom software acting, Zoom server acting, it's a middleware software, so that we are sharing our information. But how much we are secured, which means there is no, there is some questions over here. Okay, one, while we are sharing one information from our end to another one recipient end without any intermediate server or intermediate things, then we can hopefully think that we are sharing our information directly to them. Say, for example, if I will give you some money directly to you, then you can get it. You may have an idea that you got correct information. But if it goes with another one, we don't know how much it's secured. That is what the things began. The technology came around that blockchain. Okay, so with this idea, I would like to get into what is blockchain and that. Okay, fine. Why? Take a note of this particular information that blockchain came from a knowledge of distributed ledger technology. Distributed ledger technology is nothing but how we can make blocks so that the information can carried out between one end to another end without any middleware knowledge. Okay, middleware without middleware servers. Okay, for that they introduce this particular blockchain technology with the name called distributed ledger technology. We will take a look at some more points. See in this diagram, we are having several point of information carrying. See, for example, in the earlier days, clay tablets, and after that, papers, and of course after that, daily ticks, and after that, notebooks. And nowadays we are following with spreadsheets, and now we are coming this particular point, distributed ledger. So distributed ledger is nothing but communication between two different or n different systems to among each other. They can communicate and they can share the information. See here, suppose there are two persons, they want to share their information. For that, what we are going to introduce, as we in the last session also, the shots shared, they are having their own, say for example, a person A having own key, own public and private key. And of course, A want to share some detail to B. B also have some public and private key. Both are having their own public and private key. Okay, for the purpose of sharing their information without middleware technology. Okay, so see here, after they are having their own public and private key, they are making one another digital signature through that public and private key for securing their data, whatever data they want to share between them. Okay, using digital signature knowledge, they are securing their data. Okay, with digital signature itself, we can't make full-fledged communication between secure communication between A to B. So that what we are doing is we are going with distributed system of knowledge, distributed system of record. Through that we are introducing the concept called peer-to-peer technology. Through peer-to-peer technology, okay, once if A want to send a detail to B, okay, that information is shared to the group of people, that is they are already interconnected with blockchain technology. Blockchain technology introduced one group. Okay, that group is called blockchain miner. Blockchain miner will sit around between whoever sharing their information through blockchain technology. Okay, blockchain miner will sit around and they will validate the information whatever sharing between A to B or N to N. Okay, so for this there is one concept called distributed technology. That distributed systems are called whatever systems connected with the distributed technology called nodes. See in this diagram, okay, there are some various devices communicating each other with peer-to-peer technology. One database is, each database is nothing but the information they want to share between them. Okay, see here, and whatever information sharing between peer to peer, it is in the form of A knows the B's information and B knows the A's information. Like that, there are several nodes. Each knows every information about each other. This is very important point in blockchain technology. Okay, I will clearly see in forthcoming slides. See here, while if you are sharing on information, okay, that information, okay, encrypted through their private and public key. Through that, they are creating one digital signature. This is normal activity. Okay, but in case of blockchain technology, after creating this particular digital signature encrypted data, okay, after that we are adding one more secure information, that is hash information of that particular block. It is generated over the blockchain technology. So through blockchain technology, whatever data or whatever block we are sharing from one to one or one to many, okay, that block get two information. That is, privately we secured our data with digital signature. As I said here, privately we encrypted our data with private and public key. Okay. After that, we are adding one more information, that is hash information. That hash information unique for every block. Okay. This hash information is tamper proof. It cannot able to block or unblocked by anyone. That is what the technology says. Okay. So while you are sharing information between one to each other, this is how their data will in around. Okay, so this is how your blocks will jointly together and move with one the timestamp of each block created. Okay, so this is the form of blockchain technology will allow you to share the information with public key and private peer-to-peer network, and followed by on programming technology. Through that programming technology, we are sharing our blocks. Okay, so with this basic idea, we will get into what is blockchain technology, still further clarity. Okay, so what I said, blockchain is nothing but, while if you are sharing one information, every information get into one block. That block contains data followed by hash information. So data is nothing but the actual information you want to share. Okay, and that particular data is encrypted with your public and private key. That is called digital signature. Okay, after that, that particular block contains one more information, that is hash information of that particular unique key. Fine. Okay. So with this idea only, nowadays the transaction of Bitcoin or whatever peculiar information sharing between while hackers are doing for transaction of some money transaction, everything happen over this particular idea. Okay. See, even nowadays 200 to 400 kilo data transformation are happening over US or UK, or some notable countries are doing Bitcoin transaction. Okay, now we will understand the technology more clearly. Okay, this particular technology says once if you created block, it is immutable, and of course it is irreversible, which means once if you have got created one block with hash unique value, then that particular block will exist until either the transaction may be successful or the transaction may be unsuccessful. Okay, till that no one can immute or irreverse that particular block. So the technology that allows you to encrypt a record of transaction in a secure and tamper-proof manner. Okay, so that entry is also immutable and irreversible. So created by distributed network computers, which means whatever information we are sharing between several nodes, all nodes carries all the information of that particular transaction. Am I clear? So while if you are making one transaction, okay, that transaction peer-to-peer, with that they ensure that the blocks are tamper-proof and irreversible. Okay, this is what blockchain miner process. Okay, so blockchain is nothing but linked hashes with timestamp, and of course it provides security, speed, and privacy, and of course decentralized architecture. There is no need of any middleware technology. So security and speed, privacy, everything available in blockchain in the form of peer-to-peer network. Okay, so how it is working? So take a look at this particular diagram. So suppose while we are sharing our information, the requested transaction broadcast into peer-to-peer. Please try to understand here. central part of system is actually A, maybe A or B. Okay, they are sitting in between distributed network system, and it is broadcasting that information to several interconnected systems. Those interconnected systems are block miner. Am I clear? So block miners are nothing but, in the second diagram, see here, this is A or B. They want to send each other information. Okay, now maybe consider A. It is transferring a block of information to all the interconnected peer-to-peer system. Okay, after sending the information, block miner will start validate the information. That is, the network of nodes validate the transaction and the user status using known algorithm. So there is an algorithm available those machines. It will check clearly all the block information of that particular A transaction, whether it is validated and it's going fine or not. So it must verify. That is what given in the third block. So third block, see here, every one of interconnected machine block miner should validate and give positive response, so that that particular block take it as a cryptocurrency. That is what a cryptocurrency. A verified transaction can involve, okay, and cryptocurrency contracts, records, or other information. Everything will validate it, and those informations are has no intrinsic value. It is not redeemable, and another commodity such as gold or something like that, okay, has no physical form. There is no cryptocurrency. Purely it's digital information. Okay, digital information, through that we are sharing our data. So once it is validated and verified by blockchain miner, then it will attached with blockchain. Okay, so this is how a blockchain will get created and the transaction will get completed. So now we will try to understand how it is working. Okay, see here, while A want to transfer one information, what it is doing with peer-to-peer interconnected distributed system receiving the information. That is how this particular diagram also going. Here one data structure got created. That data structure contain, okay, node and data. Okay, a node contains a data on pointer. Each data is encrypted with, already we discussed, public and private key. That is how a data encrypted. And the pointer says whatever blocks are got created, each block knows its previous block information. That is how the linked list or the data structure will go ahead in the blockchain technology. Every block knows its previous blocks, so that the interconnected distributed system like a blockchain miner can confirm that whether that particular block is without tamper it's coming, or there is no hacker in between that. That is they introduced with the concept of every block hash value is present in the next block also. Okay, that is how a blockchain will progress. So this is what the data structure they are following. Okay, and of course every block has public key cryptography applied over the data. So over the data, public and private key cryptographic algorithm will get applied, and of course hashing technology applied for each block. Each block got encrypted with its own cryptographic value, and after creating its own primary unique value, nonce is nothing but it is a random string. That random string also included in the block, and one more hashing again will happen. Okay, so why we are doing such a again and again hashing and hashing means that particular block contain only unique value, but that reason only they are doing hashing technology. Okay, so mining is nothing but each blockchain miner will get to know that every added block contains unique value or not. That is validated through mining process. So the mining contains each block will whether each block contains a unique value or not. So these are all the key components of blockchain technology. So public key cryptography is nothing but your data will encrypted with digital signature. Digital signature is nothing but your public and private key. followed by hashing technique. Hashing technique is nothing but every block will have its own unique hashing data, hashing string. So that is what hashing technique. Nonce is nothing but it will add one more security key code, that is with random string it will add one hashing value. That is what nonce in your a transaction block. Each transaction block contains these are all the things: public key cryptography, hashing, or nonce. Mining is nothing but your distributed system will work around and sit and validate the every block. That is what mining. So the mining only here tick marks. Okay, so that is what given in this particular key components. So this is what a key. Okay, whatever information you are providing in the data block, okay, whatever information you are providing, each will encrypted and provided with one hash value with unique length of hash string. Okay, whatever information you are giving, it provide for you a unique hash value, unique string length value. Okay, followed by those hash values are unique, and even you can get it now from the links provided in the slide that I will share you with the, after this session. Okay, so for now, anybody having any doubt? So whether maybe it's going on way or that's why. If you're having any doubt, still now, because it's very important. Okay, you should need to understand what is actually blockchain. It's very simple. One-to-one communication or one-to-many communication. That is, one want to send information to another one without any middleman. Okay, there is no middleman here. Only what they are doing, a technology is there. The technology is blockchain technology. Okay, it's getting created on every transaction in a block manner. Okay, each block contains 3 information. Those 3 informations are nothing but data and hash value and nonce value. Okay, data is nothing but whatever information you want to share between A to B or A to N. Okay, that information encrypted with public key cryptography. Okay, that maybe you can call it as digital signature. So your data is encrypted normal way, like previous session the source had that cryptography through the cryptographic algorithm you are encrypting your data. But after that, after encrypted that particular data, again we are adding one more value, that is hashing value for each block. Okay, so adding more secure feature. Okay, we are adding one more value, that is random string, that is called nonce. Okay, that random string also added in your data. Okay, here in your data it will also added, that is nonce value. It will added, that also encrypted, in the form of hashing. So that is what nonce. Okay, all these components are performed on your block. Okay, so these are all the 3 points for block creation. Once block are created, it's get mined by blockchain miner. That is what the in surrounding system. See here in this diagram, surrounding system are all peer-to-peer system. They are sitting for validating the blockchains. Okay, so this is how will validated by your blocks. Then after mining, all these things are happen for transaction. So this is how your hashing will occur. Okay, so this is also very important point. Still now, if you are having any doubt, you can put it in chat box. I will wait for 10 seconds. Okay, if you are having any doubt, you please put it in chat box so that I can respond.
Yes, sir. I think you can take a break of 2 minutes. Meanwhile, I will give a poll to the faculty participants, and as well as if there will be certain doubts that will be
actually bothered about the internet connectivity. That's why I'm asking like this.
Okay, no issues, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think you can continue, sir, if it is comfortable.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Okay, fine. So, one more important point of blockchain creation is, so these are all the three important factors for creating block. Okay, so after creating a block, how we can add it in the chain in the sense, okay, here transaction A, okay, input of transaction A, after getting created, that particular block may be hashed with some value, and transaction B, that also converted with some hash value, like that up to N. Okay, then they are merging both the hash values of, or available all the hash values in the Merkle tree. So Merkle tree will frame into top-down approach. Through the top-down approach, every hash value will add it in on each other, so that combined hash value got created. So combined hash value making sure that your data in a very secured manner, it cannot able to tamper proof by anyone. How? You may have some questions that why what we are doing actually, we are combining every transaction blocks in one single unit, then we are making again on hashing. Whether it will give fruitful security or not, you may have some doubts. Yes, of course it will go. How it means? See here, transaction A has its own unique key value, unique hash value, and of course transaction B or C or D all are having their own unique hash value. In Merkle tree, we are combining each other and creating one more hash value. Suppose one hacker sitting in this particular group cluster of system, okay, they are trying to change one data, that means one block of data, okay, but that particular data definitely will not available on any other system which is presented in this particular network. So if in that case, if it is 50% of system is not validating that particular block, then it cannot able to add it in this blockchain. So that is how they will block. So for that reason only, we are creating such a complex hash value. Am I clear? Once if your block get tampered here in this network, in this peer-to-peer network, see here, A is transferring to all the network, all the interconnected nodes, so that every nodes contain A block information, that is a hash value of A block information. Okay, suppose any of this particular system nodes got hacked by any attacker, okay, that particular block alone got affected. Okay, all the other blocks will not get affected. So if 50% of system not get affected means, then there is no possibility of attacker can achieve their intent. So so that is how we are blocking hacking technology over hashing knowledge. So this is how every block of information get hashed once again through Merkle tree. So Merkle tree will combine all the hash value into one block and add the timestamp on nodes. So timestamp on nodes contain the block creation timestamp, and of course nodes is nothing but, as I already said, one more random string will added in this particular block, and that particular random string also encrypted, again hashing technology. So each block, say for example in this particular diagram, block 8 to block 11, each block is derived from Merkle tree, like maybe transaction A to transaction N, but every combined hash values are again encrypted by caching with the nonce value. Nonce is nothing but some random string. It is generated by blockchain technology. That also added in the particular block with the timestamp, and then it is got added in the blockchain. So this is how the data will go around. So for clear understanding purpose, that particular diagram I gave it here once again. Okay, this is how suppose L1, L2, L4 are making their data in the form of hash. Then we are making the second level tree contains hash 0 and hash 1, and top level hash contain one single block. That particular block definitely attacker cannot able to immute or irreverse that particular thing. So the hash of all the hashes of the transaction in the current block. Okay. So I already said block is nothing but a combination of information, that information available in the Merkle root. Merkle root is nothing but this particular top hash. So the top hash is present inside in your block, and of course each block contains previous hash value of previous block, and followed by your transaction information. That is what given in the block 1 transaction, block 2 transaction. So this is how your blockchain technology will go. Blockchain will make it in the simplified form. Okay, fine. So once again, in the form of after adding, how they are adding nonce value. Okay, so nonce value, see here in this block 10 or block 11 or block 12, each contain previous hash information and time of creation of block 10 or 11 or 12, followed by the text root. Text root is nothing but your Merkle root information. So the Merkle root information is nothing but your information followed by hashed value. Okay, that is what a text root. Here only your data will available. Okay, then we are adding one more information, that is nonce value. Nonce value, as many times I said, it is a random string that also added for unique understanding or unique identification of that particular data block. Okay, so the process is nothing but the transaction is transformed into hash. Then the hash of whole block is created. Hash of whole block will get created, like here block 10, block 11, block 12, like that whole block is got created, and then nonce, that is random string, is appended to the hash and hashed again, and then again it is got hashed. Then the resulting hash is compared to the difficulty level. So there is a blockchain miner will always sit in around, and they will check that whether that particular block contain required level of difficulty in the hashing. Okay, so if it is not, if it is less than the difficulty level, other nodes on the network checks and confirm the solution and update their instance of the blockchain. So if it is very less security hashing occurred, then that particular block either validated by each nodes present in the blockchain miner, and then it is valid. It is maybe recreated, or it may be added with more secure. Okay, that is what. If it is not, then the nonce value is changed and trial and error process repeats until 5 again and again. So then the sixth step, the hash of the header becomes a new blocks identifying a string and addition propagated through network. It is nothing but each block is propagated with one each other. So that is what given in the sixth process. And then the block is now part of ledger. So this is what the ledger. Okay, ledger is nothing but blockchain. A blockchain contains each block with a tamper-proof information. Okay, so the miners are responsible for this rewarded, and they will allocate the, or they will assign the process into blockchain. Okay, so blockchain is a trust protocol. So the trust protocol, in the sense, it is distributed with public or private or open and closed. Even public open or public closed mechanism also apply. And private open, we can mingle together public and private open and closed manner of each database, where records are kept in a tamper-proof by virtual of technical implementation. So there is no physical movement of anything. everything will happen over virtual manner. So enables decentralized authority, which means there is no any third party intermediary available. Only the thing is distributed nodes sits around wherever the blockchain transaction occur. Okay, there are some distributed nodes sits around, and they will make sure those systems may make sure the transaction whether secure or insecure. So it is immediate, low cost. Yes, of course, you know that if there is an intermediate, then we should need to pay for the intermediate third party software, like how whatever transaction we are performing on our online transaction, we are actually paying for it for some money. Okay, so those things will not occur over blockchain technology, blockchain transmission. And of course, it's provide privacy, transparency, and security. Yes, of course, it's providing privacy and transparency and even security. But here also there are some research is going on here. We can also have some security attack over blockchain. Okay, so those things are in under research level. And wide range of applications we can apply this particular technology. I think everybody knows that after ransomware, many of us know what is Bitcoin. Am I right or not? So after ransomware attack of many places like oil, gas in USA, or we can name many big US attacks are mostly with what? Ransomware attacks. Okay, those ransomware attacks, after making those attacks and giant companies, they are asking to transfer money through Bitcoin only. That Bitcoin technology nowadays transactions are happening over internet or over virtual. So that particular Bitcoin technology, that is what I given in the second point itself. So Bitcoin technology sits around for transaction of any digital currency one to each other without any third party. So this is how US under US there are many transactions are happening over blockchain technology. Okay, so and of course there are several various implementations nowadays going. Okay, and public closed means public with closed technology of voting mechanism, voting records, whistleblower. So all this area we can apply this particular technology. Okay, suppose we want to make a voting system over the blockchain technology. Once if a person got put vote on a particular digital manner through blockchain technology, definitely that particular voting information available are every net systems, every nodes present in the distributed system. So if there is some hacker or anyone can try to tamper that particular data, then it cannot able to they cannot able to do it in all the network systems. So we can go ahead with research of voting system, or of course public open technology, that may be currency like transactions, a betting system, or even a video games. In those areas we can apply this particular technology. And of course private and closed. Private and closed means the construction area, even in our construction area, national defense, law enforcement, all these places are very much available this particular research blockchain technology. Okay, so we can apply this particular technology over military or tax returns, like private and closed databases we can apply. And of course some of the private and open are given here: supply chain technology, government financial records, corporate earning statements. All these places we can apply this particular technology. So the thing what I want to share with you today is the blockchain technology is a technology which allow you to share you to your corresponding person without any middleman. For that they are giving one idea programming idea with known algorithm, that hashing technology. That hashing technology, okay, won't apply for your data. It is purely for your block. You are creating one block. That block contains a data that is cryptographic applied already. That is your data with your private and public key. Okay, then that particular data is made with one hashing value. That hash value also again secured with some nonce value, that is random string. That value also encrypted. So this is how your data is created, and that particular data now available on distributed system. That is larger number of systems available in the internet. It is capturing your block. So if anywhere your data is tamper-proof, then if that particular data will validate it over the distributed systems. That is how the data will go ahead. So why does blockchain matter? It is secure, immutable, and tamper-proof, and also promising new technology with potential great distribution. So you can able to transfer the information in a tamper-proof manner. Okay, so some of the places are Renovames, blockchain official sites are there. They are using, and of course, Jordan Refuge Camp. They are the mostly utilized blockchain technology. That is why we gave here. Okay, and of course, e-identity. They are giving a blockchain account for every blockchain transaction, and of course, it is a smart contract technology also applicable for this particular technology. So an option of contract between parties in a return has moved into the blockchain. The individuals involved are anonymous, so they don't know about anything about each other. Okay, but they contract with public ledger. So public ledger is nothing but your blockchain. So blockchain is nothing but a combination of several blocks. So after that, it triggering an event like expiration date and strike price, and contract execute itself according to the coded terms, which means every transaction with the time limit, with some security things are applied, so that that transaction should complete within the given constraints. Okay, then the regulator can use blockchain to understand the activity, that is blockchain mining, okay, of privacy of individual actors and positions. Fine. So even the states have smart contracts have no idea what they are doing. So nobody will know anything about how the transaction happened between one to each other. Okay, like that the transaction will move around. So these are all the some blockchain known technology. Ethereum. Okay, they are giving. You can Google it and you can identify these kind of technologies available. Okay. So some of the startups are Everledger, Horizon State, Augur, and Evenchain, Liveware. These are the startups well defined with blockchain technology. They are mostly utilizing the blockchain technology for transferring the cryptocurrency between one to one or one to many. So these are all the some applications over the blockchain technology. Okay, so see here, Dubai used to be a city built on blockchain. So forthcoming years, maybe several places, several areas we can apply blockchain technology. So that is what I gave here: private, open, private, closed. These are all the places. These are some area. Okay, now maybe after a few years we can find that even financial sector also will go ahead with what blockchain technology. Without third party, we can send our money to one another. So all these things are some points I will share with you over PPT. Okay, so these are all the giant companies are using blockchain applications. Fine. So Fine. If it is a technology, then definitely there are some issues may be happen. Okay, the very first issue is speed. Okay, so distributed technology, so it may be some lag between network, or maybe some lag between block creation or blockchain creation. So all the time we cannot expect the same speed. So still the research is going on how we can improve the creation of block or blockchain. Okay, and of course lack of standard or interoperability, which means there are n different various devices nowadays are sitting over the distributed system. So interoperability also some issue. And of course, there is no full-fledged standard so far now for blockchain technology, how we can make this particular caching and all. Merkle tree, one of the known idea, with that making cache, we are making cache. Maybe some other blockchain technology may use some more difficulty level, they may go with hashing. So like that, there is no public standard of creating a block or blockchain. And of course, interoperability, you can understand that while we are sharing over distributed systems, several different devices with several different hardware, so that interoperability also some issue. And of course, huge energy consumption. For one transaction, there are several lakhs of nodes will interact each other. So I understand that how much energy may consumed by one each other. That is what huge energy consumption over the blockchain. And of course, security attack is 51%. This 51% is nothing but once if you want to break one transaction on blockchain, you must break in that particular distributed network. Okay, if you are having 10 nodes on your distributed network, at least 6 systems you should need to break down. Then only you can able to break that particular transaction, or you can hack that particular transaction. Can you able to understand? That is what security 51% attack. Okay, so at least 50% or 60% of system, if you are able to hack on distributed nodes, then only you can able to hack that particular blockchain. So now the hacking is going even whatever we are thinking. Okay, so that also happens. Still securing blockchain. And of course, nevertheless, the DLT, that is distributed ledger technology, is expected to be widely adopted in many industries. So distributed technology, now we are expecting to adopt with several areas. Okay, so that also in the form of research. So we can think about all this area if we are really interested to improve or to get into this particular blockchain area, we can hopefully find these particular issues. So some of the libraries, what are the some opportunity and challenges beyond the library, and of course, what potential library service programs available to see in a relation blockchain. So all these things are happen. So that's all about from my side. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me. Fine. Yes, ma'am.
Right, yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. That's all from my side.
Right. Any questions, any discussions?
You can possibly, if you got unmute, you can put it in chat box.
Yes, yes, sure. Sir, please share your presentation so that because you can understand within one and a half hour session, it is really bit difficult to keep pace with everything,
Okay.
so that faculty members can go through it.
Yes, definitely, ma'am. I will share.
Right, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, sir. So,
I will share through mail, ma'am, mail or WhatsApp. Okay. Is it fine?
right, okay. So we will have, sir, one poll from for the faculty members. It is based on your session, and if any discussion is there or any doubts are there, faculty members are most welcome for either you raise the hand or put it in the chat box.
Yes.
Right. So, like over from you, sir, over from your side.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, right. You have completed your session.
Yeah, it's
Right,
it's
right,
over.
right. Yeah. So,
I think
sparing your valuable time with us during this teachers training program, and really it was a comprehensive presentation with rich contents. So please share the resources so that faculties can go through it.
Yes, definitely I will share.
Right, right.
Yes, ma'am. And thanks for the opportunity given by Gandhi, ma'am, and the management, and thanks for the opportunity. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So we are sharing the attendance link and poll. Please do attend it, and then you may leave the session. I have launched the poll. Arul sir, let me just share with you. As this is 6 days program, and it is accommodated with too many sessions, like 4 sessions a day. So, and it's difficult for faculty members to keep a pace with every content, right? But yes, surely your session has was the value addition to this teachers training program, and has given a very clear idea about blockchain technology.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the information. Thank you, ma'am.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Yes.